There's a difference between a prophecy and the word of knowledge. Let's look at 1 Corinthians chapter 12. 1 Corinthians chapter 12 from verse 7. 1 Corinthians chapter 12 from verse 7. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gift of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. Verse 11, but all this worketh that one and the self-same Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. You see, so if you look at the verse 8, 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 8, it says, for to one is given by the same Spirit word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge. Then if you proceed to the verse 10, you look at it, you will see to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy. So it thereby implies that there is a difference between prophecy and word of knowledge. Now I'm talking about how to prophesy. Okay, but before you know how to prophesy, you must first of all understand what prophecy is all about. Now, the word prophecy literally means divine utterance. It means spiritual declaration. It's from the Greek word prophetia. It means divine declaration. That is the kind of declaration that is beyond the physical. That is to say, the words, the announcement, the declaration that comes from a deity through a humanity. The words, the declarations, the proclamations that comes from a deity through humanity to the world is what we actually call a prophecy. It means divine utterance. It means spiritual sanctioning. Okay, it means to mutter, to declare under the influence of a supernatural being, to declare, to proclaim, to decree under the influence of a supernatural being. And here in this context, we are talking about the Almighty God as the supernatural being. So that is prophecy. Now, we have the word of knowledge. We have the word of knowledge. Now, I'm going to come to that in the next class. But I want to dwell within the borderlines of prophecy in this class. Anybody can be used to prophesy. Yeah. Anybody can be used to prophesy. Meaning anybody can be used to declare the will of a deity. That is why when someone is prophesying, declaring, proclaiming, when someone is giving a proclamation under a supernatural being, the thing we need to look out for is what kind of spirit is using that person to make the declaration. Because it's all about prophecy. It's still the same prophecy, but there is a prophecy of doom and there is a prophecy that comes from God. There is a prophecy that promotes the interest of the devil, and there is a prophecy that promotes the interest of God. But everyone can be used by a supernatural being, meaning any spirit can use the person to give a declaration. So now, how to prophesy. How to prophesy is very simple. All you need to do is to give yourself away for a supernatural being to use you. And that is the first step. It means to believe. It means to give your mind, to surrender your mind under the influence of a supernatural being. Because your mind cannot be used if you don't give yourself away. So the first step for you to prophesy is to believe, to give your mind away willingly, to surrender the totality of your mind for the spirit being, for that spiritual being to use you. To use you. That's what it means. So that is the first step. If you don't believe it, if you don't believe in those things, you don't give yourself away, there is no way the spirit or that deity is going to use you. Okay, it all begins from belief and giving yourself wholeheartedly to the energy of that deity, the energy of that spirit. Once the energy of that deity, that spirit, captured your mind, then you begin to prophesy. So I'm gonna pause here for now, and then our next class I'll differentiate. I will give the difference between the word of knowledge and this prophecy that I just explained. My name is Emperor Prince Ojacobs, the seer one of Africa, a prophet by office and by movement, by the grace of God. God bless you.